Hello everyone, and welcome to the review or overview of the new SJCam Ion series carbon model. This is the entry model of the new series, and this thing will still do kind of a 4K, and I'm saying kind of a 4K because it's not doing the regular resolution for 4K, but nonetheless it's somewhere over 3K resolution, almost close to 4K, but in a different aspect ratio. So yes, this thing does a very good resolution, a real resolution, as it's not interpolated. Right, so on the box there's not a lot of info, only that you get some accessories with the camera and that it has some features such as slow motion, and it's a wide angle and it does time lapse, and you can go up to 30 meters underwater. I want to tell you a note that this camera, it's kind of an engineering sample, so it's not the final version that you might get, so some things may be different from this time to your delivery time, and I'm telling you that because I don't want to have any kind of troubles showing you something and then you might receive something else. So the camera will be almost the same. Actually the camera will be the same, but the accessories may differ, and also the firmware might be updated and have several other features included or missing or things like that. So I'm telling you that to know it from now. So this is the camera, comes in a really nice waterproof case with this hatch lock system that will prevent accidental opening, and that's really nice. Let's take a quick look at the included accessories. So in the box you are going to get a really nice microfiber cloth for cleaning the lens without scratching it, micro USB cable for charging the camera and data transfer. You have the adhesive pads, one curved, one flat, and the spare sets of adhesive tape. So that's the accessories for it. And now I'm going to take the camera out of the waterproof case, and there you go. It looks like this: power button on the front, shutter button here, up and down menu buttons, including the wireless toggle switch there. It has a larger LCD screen, and let's see the battery. So I'm going to open the hatch and remove the battery. Battery is 900 milliamps hour, regular lithium ion cell. That should provide a decent runtime for the camera. And now let's see if it has enough power to turn on. And it's booting up. And it still has enough juice to run for a bit of time. So I'm going to zoom in. This should be better, and now we can take a look in the menu. So if you press the power on button, it changes between video recording, photo recording, and this is slow motion recording. You can see from that icon there. And if I press it again, now it's in playback mode, and now settings mode, so I can access it with the shutter. And here I have the available resolutions, and default was Full HD 60 frames per second, but you can go up to 4K 22 frames per second or 2.7K at 30 frames per second, which is decent enough. And this camera can do some really nice stuff such as HD resolution 120 frames per second, Full HD 60 frames per second, so you have plenty of things to choose from. Of course, if you really want 4K, you can go with 4K, but that's mostly for scenery or not very fast action. You can also enable, disable sound recording. You have time-lapse settings, loop recording, slow motion, and in slow motion, if you record Full HD 60 frames per second, the video is going to be displayed at 30 frames per second, so you are going to see it half speed, but you can choose 120 frames per second in HD resolution, and that will be 4 times slower. And that's nice to have. And with this button here in the front, I can switch to photo settings, and you can choose the resolution. The camera will go up to 16 megapixels, but I don't know actually what the image sensor native resolution is for now, I'm going to find out later, but I'm going to add some pictures somewhere for you to compare in different resolutions, so we'll see how that things works. And you have timed mode, auto mode, and drama shot. In drama shot you can choose 3 pictures per second, 5 pictures per second, 10 pictures per second, so that it's kind of a burst mode, really nice to have. You have also settings for exposure compensation. You can increase, decrease. This will make the image brighter or darker. White balance settings, image rotation. In case you are using the camera upside down, you can rotate the image, which is very useful. You have driving mode that will power on the camera when you plug it in. It will turn it off when you remove power, and it also will enable loop mode, so old recordings will be wiped and replaced with new recordings. It has wireless, you can enable that. You can adjust live frequency, LED indicators, you can enable, disable, screensaver for the LCD screen, auto shutdown, and you can add watermark if you want to. And these are general camera settings such as language, time, format the micro SD card, check the firmware version, and you can exit the menu settings from here and return back to the camera. Another nice feature is by holding the up button is that you get digital zooming such as that, and that's a nice option, especially when you are using higher resolution such as Full HD or 2.7K or even 4K. That's going to keep some of the quality. It's digital zooming, but still it's a good feature to have. And if you short press the up button, it will turn on the wireless on the camera, because as you may know, most of the SJCam camera come with the app control, which is really nice. And this SJCam Zone app will control almost all the version of the cameras that SJCam made. So I'm going to connect to the camera wireless, and there you go, carbon, and I have the information about the password on the screen there. The default is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and I'm going to connect, and it's now connected. So I'm going back to the app, and if I press on camera, it's now connecting, and there you go, I have image from the camera right away, no problem there. And a really impressive video, as there's almost no lag, and that's really nice, because usually this type of cameras do have some lag, and you can control it very nice. You have all the settings from the app, such as video modes, time-lapse video, slow recording, and things like that. And you can switch to photo mode, and you have photo, time photo, automatic photo taking, continuous photo. So you can control not only the working mode, but you can also control the mode for the selected mode. And you can go to full settings menu, and here you have full settings of the camera, such as resolution, photo settings, camera default settings, system settings, format the micro SD card, reset the camera to default. So everything is there in the menu, and that makes it very easy to set up the camera. You don't have to use the buttons and browse the menu. You have most of them here, and use your mobile phone as a quick device to set all things up. You also get battery indicator. You can turn the camera off from the mobile phone screen, and you have display back. And in case you have the micro SD card in there with recordings, they will show up here, and you can see them directly on your mobile phone, or you can download them, and that will make them available later. But they will also work without downloading and keeping the memory busy on your mobile phone. So that was it for now. I hope that you have enjoyed this first part. It's just an introduction to the Carbon series, because you are going to see a lot more stuff about it, and of course there are going to be video samples and a full review. But I just wanted to give you some, let's call it, hints about what the new Carbon is about, and how it looks, how it feels, how it works, and the menu. so you can see what it can actually do. Connect to the phone, see the app, see some of the accessories. So now you know it, it's official, it's coming up, and you are going to be able to buy it really soon. And there's a lot more stuff coming about this camera, so be sure to subscribe to my channel, and you are going to see a lot more videos taken with this camera and about this camera. Until then, bye bye.